Be good today. What's up, guys? What is going on? Hope everybody's doing well. Barcelona versus Real Madrid 4-3. A 4-3 that could have been way more, and thankfully it wasn't. I think this could have been like an 8-5 or something, like overall. And thankfully it wasn't. Thankfully it wasn't. Otherwise, I mean, if you're a Barca fan, you would have loved a 7-8 or something like that. Yeah, definitely people would have been ecstatic. But I'm happy because it made the game much more exciting had it been with it just being 4-3. Definitely, I think I could have gone with the 5-3, the last goal that they ended up disallowing and canceling. I don't know what happened there. That was one of the two only problems that I had with the ref. Everything else I thought was fair. If we have to talk about the ref, let's go with the Tchouaméni foul on Ferran Torres. I think that was at the ref's discretion to give him a yellow because it wasn't that bad of a foul. It wasn't that hard of a foul. But I could see it being a red as well because he's the last man. Yeah, definitely. But I'm okay with him just getting a yellow. Again, not a Real Madrid fan. And I'll get into more as to why I'm not a Real Madrid fan when I start talking about Mbappe. Yikes. And then, Lamine Yamal getting tripped up by Valverde. I didn't think there was anything there. That was just a natural consequence of the game. Legs got entangled. Nothing there. No foul. The only two was the Fermin Lopez. I don't know how that wasn't, because that was unintentional. I don't think he meant to do that. It did impede, obviously it helped him out, otherwise he wouldn't been able to score that goal. And that's the only thing I could say is the only reason why I think he gave it away. The only reason why he disallowed that goal. And then the Tchouaméni one, that was clear that it was a penalty. I don't care if he didn't mean to do that. Again, his reason being, in my opinion, that it was unintentional. Like, he didn't mean to do that. I know Fermin Lopez didn't mean to do that. That for sure. I don't think he meant to do that. We're not in these guys' mind, but I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. Now, Tchouaméni, dubious, but I also think he didn't mean to do that. The play was just too fast. And yeah, there was not much he could have done. I don't know. It was so fast that you can't really even tell. At least I couldn't tell in the replay whether he was trying to have his arms behind his back. I don't know. I don't know if he was trying to do that, but it wasn't intentional. And I think that's why he didn't give it as a penalty, because there was no intention to block. But it's blocking, which would have been a goal. That was not going anywhere near where it was going to hit Thibaut Courtois in the face, in the nose, in the chin, the shoulder, the ear. Like, there was no way he was going to block that. That was a goal, and I think that should have been a goal. That one more than the Fermin Lopez. That should have been a penalty. I don't understand what was going on there, except to say that it was unintentional. He didn't mean to do that, right? So those were the only controversies, polemics that I had an issue with. Everything else, I thought, I don't buy into that. I don't really see. There's very few times that I see the ref, playing in favor, siding on, with one team over the other. But everything else I thought was fine in terms of the ref. Lucas Vazquez, I don't know why you guys keep doing this to yourself. That guy should have been gone 10 years ago. And there he is as captain of Real Madrid, the best team in the history of this sport, and he's the captain. Not even because of the error that he made, just like he was leaving that channel completely exposed. He was going up trying to do God knows what, not having any success when he should have just been back, which I get it. He's not a natural fullback, but he can't do anything up front. Like, he's not contributing anything when he's going up front. Just stay in the back. It's already a disjointed, almost newly formed backside that they have. Every single time he was just leaving that right wing exposed, that right channel exposed. He should not be there. It's simple as that. He should not be there. Arda Güler, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but why was he playing on the right side in the midfield? Wasn't he? Because I've been hearing he's been having, the last 3 weeks, he's been having a good spell with Real Madrid, and he's playing on the right, and I'm assuming he was playing in the middle. I could only imagine why he was playing that well. It was because he was in the middle, and yet he was on the right side. I don't know why, but those first 45 minutes, I didn't even feel him. I didn't even know he was on the field until later on when somebody mentioned his name, or I think the camera panned over to him at one point. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known that he was there. And Mbappe, 3 goals. Wow, that's in El Clasico. That's big stuff. That's not easy. That is not easy. But how many times, and yet still, again and again and again, being caught offside. He just doesn't get it. You know when he's going to get it? When he gets older. Not because he's going to grow wiser, but because he's just going to get old. He's not going to have that speed. It just doesn't enter his head. He just doesn't follow. He can't compute that. He can't register it. He can't register it not to get offside. He keeps getting offside over and over and over again. How old is he? 26? At what point is he going to stop doing that? And then sometimes his control, sometimes reading the play when they're giving him these balls that maybe they're too hard, maybe he's not fast enough to get to them. The decisions sometimes he makes, instead of kicking with his left, he's cutting over to his right. There was one where he cut over to his right, could have shot with his left, and it went within inches from the post. So you could argue that, you know, it was a good opportunity, but there was so many other plays that I don't know why he's doing what he's doing. Second half, just like the second goal that he ends up scoring, has so much space, ample amounts of space, and he just decides to shoot, or not even shoot. He was just like placing it from far, far away when he could have kept going. He could have just kept going. It's just ever since he won the World Cup, I feel that he's been labeled as this next big thing, and he just hasn't gotten there. Yes, he's the leader of La Liga. He's all-time goal scorer of PSG. He's won a World Cup, and that's the thing. He's won that World Cup, and ever since then, he's just been hailed as the next Messiah. Not even Messi, the next big thing, and I don't think he's delivered. Again, 3 goals. I get it. He's the leader. He's in contention for the Pichichi, but I don't see it when he's playing. Like, I just don't see it when he's playing. Some of the actions, some of the decisions that he makes, they just seem like someone that just started playing football their first year. It's just hard to really get on board with that, with Mbappe. It's very, very frustrating. Again, thanks to him, this wasn't a 5-0. It wasn't 4-0. So he does contribute in some way by scoring goals, and that's what he's there for. Barcelona are one of the best teams in the world, if not the best team in the world. Kubarsi made a mistake. Rafinha missed on so many assists from Lamine Yamal, but besides that, I thought they were all great. Chesney, the foul, should have known better. He knows that Mbappe is quick, but I guess that you can't blame him that much for that. The goals that they ended up scoring were like, a lot of them were like mishaps from Real Madrid. The first goal with the flick, that shouldn't have happened. Garcia coming in and just easily just pushing it past the keeper. Nothing Thibaut Courtois could have done there. Ceballos and Mbappe clashing into each other. Vasquez, as I was mentioning him earlier, making that huge mistake, giving away the ball. I got scared. So had they not made those mistakes, who knows, maybe Real Madrid could have won this. Bizarre as it may sound, but they could have probably have won this without even really deserving to win. And Lamine Yamal, that was the only one that was a legitimate goal. I mean, again, it's Lamine Yamal. That's all I want to say about this game. Really good victory. Congrats to Barcelona. Real Madrid, I know what's going to happen next year. Trent Alexander-Arnold coming in. That's another mistake. I don't know why you're getting someone like that. You're going to soon find out, maybe not at the beginning, but you're going to soon find out that defensively, you're going to be exposed as well. You're going to be really exposed. These players, I'm thinking right now of Vasquez, is making someone like Carvajal, which again, you're going to give me a lot of hate over this, but I don't think he's that great of a fullback. I think he's only good because you have someone like Vasquez there. That's the only reason Carvajal seems like he's being missed. Anyways, guys, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.